We're
One,
started.
2.
Happy New Year!
Happy birthday!
Oh,
Why?
Lord.
Because this is my birthday today.
It actually is.
Like, literally, it is my birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
to you.
Oh,
Happy
God.
birthday to you. Happy birthday,
He should be.
Mr. President.
Alright, let's get this shit started.
Snosh will give you your birthday present after the game.
Oh, God.
All right.
Well timed. Well timed.
Wow.
Jesus. Alright, let's go.
Welcome, people, to another fantastical, spam-tastical episode of Godsfall. I'm your dungeon master, the one and only Device. Now, when last we left off, our boys and gals had just finished fighting what can only be described as a gigantic mech being piloted by a dwarf. There were some casualties, not complete casualties, but when the battle was said and done, Dandil the Duskdip was collapsed and out on the battlefield, having been struck by several cannonballs. And, in fact, one Mandee Mistvixen was also collapsed on the ground as well, after she had taken the life of the pilot. So, with that being said, why don't we reintroduce ourselves? We'll start with Snosh. Why don't you go ahead, buddy?
Hello, my name is Professor D. Shvantz. The D stands for D-E-E, D-E. That's just my name, D. But only my colleagues get to call me that. The rest of you students, it's Professor Shvantz. Thank you very much. God of knowledge.
Very nice. We will start. We'll move on to Riku.
I'm Mandee Mistvixen. I am the goddess of travel, the reincarnation kind of the goddess of travel, god of travel. Just a little ball of happiness and murder. So cute but adorable, and then very dangerous.
After that, we have one Victoria.
You mean Julian Bashir of the Luthanarian? I'm like I'm the god of death or whatever, incarnated. He's a trained surgeon, uh douchebag, rich guy elf. You know what it is, guys. You've watched this.
His dad owns a dealership.
Yeah, my dad owns a dealership.
Very nice.
We
Very
should
nice.
probably tell them what class we are as well. I'm an artificer.
Oh, I'm a cleric.
A rogue.
You sounded very unsure about that.
Next up, we have the birthday girl herself, Ginsu Longstockings.
Nice. Hi, everybody. I'm Ginsu, and I play Tanizan Talizar, the noble-born son of a noble merchant from Ani, and I am a fighter, a champion fighter to be exact. So I'm the fightiest of fighters, and I am currently still kind of under the delusion that I'm sort of, kinda, but not really the god of vitality.
Very nice. Very nice.
Together.
And finally, last, but definitely not least, especially not in the height category, we have Mr. 40 Grits himself.
Yes, hello. I'm uh, Zillowin Fin, simple son of a fisherman. Spent my life next to Sapphire Bay. Um, Taller than most at 6'2". I have a pretty much a swimmer body and long, unkept blonde hair. But I look amazing wet. I have shockingly silver-colored eyes. Supermodel good looks. Just a regular 17-year-old. I'm also the newly awakened god of the sea, hashtag fish life, and burgeoning warlock. So let's follow the pool of the tides and see where this takes us.
And one Mr. Shager is not with us, but he does play Dandil D. Duskdip, halfling fighter and newly arisen god of beasts. Now, if you guys recall, we had just completed a battle. You guys were doing a medicine check on Mandee to see what the fuck was wrong with her. I believe that you rolled a 19 on said medicine check.
Maybe. Sounds good to me.
According to the last episode that I listened to right before this.
You're the
So
boss.
when you check her over, her pulse is good. Her, she doesn't seem especially damaged or anything. But she is just out. And as you check over her body, you open up her eyes just to check on them, see the responsiveness and such. And you notice, completely passed out, as you open her eyes, where her eyeballs were before, it is replaced with the purplish pinkish glow of the astral realm.
What? Who is this? Mandee?
Mandee.
Oh man.
And with that, Mandee, you find yourself awakened in the astral realm. Basically, it looks exactly the same as this area does here, as well as the fact that you see not only your body, but everybody else gathered around you. You can see them moving, and you see uh, their godly forms as well. But you find yourself here just in this clearing, standing in the astral realm. All around you, everything looks more or less the same, except as per usual, made kind of out of clouds of that purplish pinkish material. You see, and you turn around to see the wreckage of the huge machine, and you notice an aura coming off of it as well. An aura similar, not quite the same, but similar to the godly auras that present themselves on your compatriots. And as you are watching, it is slowly fading away, wisping off towards the northwest. The direction that the wrecking ball itself, before it transformed into a big machine, came from. What would you like to do?
First things first, I'm gonna eat a piece of candy.
Okay.
Gotta have priorities.
Taste stronger here. Everything's sweeter.
I might have 2 pieces of candy then.
Okay.
Um, You said the where the wreckage was, like the glowy bits flew off to
There's
the
like
northwest.
there's like an aura, almost like a cloud leeching off of the machine, and the cloud is trailing off in that direction, pretty substantially far away. You can see it's going fairly high up into the sky and then going off in the direction of the northwest.
I'll run up and touch a piece of the wreckage that's glowing.
Okay, roll me a wisdom save, please.
Sorry, I thought I'd pulled up my character sheet, but I hadn't. A wisdom save?
Correct.
9.
Okay, you touch it and you feel the spark of divinity, but you don't get really anything else with that initial touch. Now it is still going. There seems to be quite a bit of this energy instilled into this machine. I'll give you another shot at it.
Yeah, I'll find like wherever the core of the glowing mass is and try to touch something there.
Okay, actually,
Just remember, I had Shvantz had previously extracted the godstone, 3 godstones from it. So just in case that
so
factors in there.
so correctly so. Shvantz is currently holding 3 godstones, about fist size each of them. And you see that in addition to coming off of the machine, there is a large amount of this essence that is leaking off of the godstones as well. It seems like they were what was powering the core of the machine. And so, if you like, you can go over and touch those as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go touch one of those.
Okay.
They're in
Uh,
my sack, though. That's the thing. So you have to reach through there.
All right. You can see them glowing in the astral realm. So for you guys, for Shvantz specifically, since they're in your bag, you feel them, all 3 of them. They're glowing because they're near all of you guys. You feel them briefly vibrate as well, as if, like when you guys hold godstones because you are deities, they shudder with power. When they're kind of put away, separated from your physical self, not so much. They're still just glowing. You briefly feel them shudder. What did you get, Mandee?
Oh, I hadn't rolled again yet. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
May I insight check the shuddering?
God damn it, 7.
Okay. You can not insight check it, I guess, but you can roll me a knowledge arcana, yeah. Or nature, either one is fine.
26.
Okay, you know that only happens when one of you guys physically touches them, or in this case, astrally touches them.
Wait, so Shvantz already knows that? Are you saying?
Because you guys have experienced it. You've held a godstone before.
And you're telling me that he would make the connection that that only happens when they touch them physically or astrally, yes?
Correct. And so the smaller the piece, the easier it is for them to shudder. Like they'll start if they're like slivers, they'll start shuddering just near you guys because they can't contain as much of the energy. The bigger they get, a like a boulder-sized chunk of godstone, you may all have to touch it for it to start to shudder. These ones, they would have to basically have a hand laid on them.
Can I knowledge check what? Actually, no, I don't think I even need to do this. Hey, everyone. I have a theory. I'd like to test it. You all mind doing a little bit of scientific testing with me? and
I'm down.
I hold out the bag that I've got them in. Everyone, press your hands up against the bag. I just want to see what happens.
I touched the bag.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay. How many of you guys are going to touch them?
Zillowin?
I'll do it.
Me and
It's just a test.
right, but me and Bashir were over here taking care of Dandil. Is he stable or?
He is stable. He's just knocked the fuck out and kind of beat to shit. He looks like a full-sized bruise right now.
Okay,
He-
but we don't have to worry about him dropping or anything.
No, you don't.
Okay, then I'll walk over to the professor and go, I'm worried about our companion, but if you think this will help, and I touch the bag.
Okay, so that is 4 of you guys.
And
Actually,
and then-
5.
And then I also use my offhand to touch it because I'm sort of like holding the bag. And
Okay.
so we are touching it through a fabric, to be clear. It's not direct yet.
Right. But essentially 5 of you guys are touching it because Mandee is also touching it on the other side. Mandee, you don't get anything off of that as well. You pretty much just get the same sense of that God Spark activity draining from these Godstones. Now, all 5 of you guys are touching this at the same time. I would like one of you, whomever so desires, to make me a straight D20 roll.
Zillowin, would you do the honors for us?
Okay.
Youth before beauty, I say. And in your case, it's both.
I was about to say.
Not a bad roll.
No? Okay. So a 14. So all 5 of you are touching them, and those of you in the physical realm, you hear a cracking sound. Almost like, not the shattering of glass, but almost like a crack in glass.
Is it coming from the bag?
It is.
Oh. Are we trying to break
Uh-oh.
things?
I use my free hand and I open the bag and pull it open so we can see inside.
See, one of the 3 Godstones has cracked. It is basically covered in minute cracks all over it. It wouldn't take much to shatter it.
Okay, everyone back off.
Professor, is
Back
this
off,
what
back
we
off.
want?
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know what would happen.
Right.
You can't
Right.
expect me to know
Experiment.
everything. All right, so back off, back off. All right, I
I
have a
go-
second. There's a second option. Tanizan, I need you to trust me.
Yes, sir.
I need you to trust me. I want you to reach into your box and grab the eye. The eye of what's that?
Saw.
Agamemnon. No. The Eye of Saw.
The Eye of Saw.
And
Okay.
when you go to the other place, which as far as I know, you haven't experienced yet, I need you to contact Mandee.
I think I experienced it, but in a waking state.
Well, good. Do it again.
Um,
And bring Mandee back.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the eye.
And I want to give him. I want to try to bridge to him as he does it to give him energy, power, help, whatever it is that he would need.
Okay, so to do that, you will have to physically touch him.
I put my hand on his back. And anybody else
Okay.
that wants to do this too? The idea is for Mandee here. Maybe he's Dandil too, for all we know.
Mandee, roll me a perception check. You can see them all doing this, by the way. You can see what's happening in the physical realm. You just see it astrally.
Yeah.
Fucking nat 20 over here on the perception check.
A warning. A
It's
warning.
22.
Tanizan,
Yes.
it's possible. I think it unlikely, however, it is possible that instead of Mandee, you might encounter some sort of less savory being. So just be careful. Be ready.
All right. I will.
Okay. Mandee, you are kind of surveying the area, being a bit at a loss here. Most of the cloud has dispersed, but you do turn around and you see another glow coming from the pile of the machine. And when you go over to look at it, you see in kind of a console inside where the dwarf is, well, where his body is, which by the way has no glow whatsoever, because he's dead. You see a key in the console. That key is still glowing. And it does glow with divine energy. This is not escaping the key. It is not leeching off. It is not going somewhere else.
Am I able to take the key in the astral realm?
Yes, actually. You reach down and you try to grab it. Unlike most things, you are able to pull the key out, hold it in your hand, and you can feel it just like it's a physical object. Tanizan, roll me a Constitution check.
Is this just a straight one, or do I have advantage?
Save.
And
a
is
save.
he able to use a guidance to assist for that?
I don't believe, does guidance apply to saving throws?
I believe they apply to everything. Let me check real quick.
No, it's an ability check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, in this case it is this is a saving throw.
Okay. $17.
Okay, and who all was touching Tanizan? Shvantz was, anybody else? Okay. Shvantz, you can also roll me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so you guys are both able to maintain consciousness as you both slip into the astral realm. For everybody on the physical plane, you see their eyes are replaced with that purple and pink glow. You are now half here and half there. And as you transition, you see Mandee just kind of rifling through stuff on the big machine. And then she like picks something up and she's like, "Ooh."
Mandee, what are you doing?
It's just Tanizan and Shvantz, that's it?
Correct.
Okay. Well, clearly she's getting the valuables.
And like as you pick the key up, you're like looking at the key, you're feeling it and everything, and then you hear kind of a pop, and you turn around and you see Tanizan. He's like, "Mandee, what are you doing?"
I found a key, but even more important than that, here, take these.
I come over.
She gives them each a piece of candy. It tastes even better here.
Oh,
I'll pop it into my mouth.
Yeah, I want to try for science.
And it does. It tastes sweeter. Depending on what kind of candy she gives you, but it tastes sweeter, more sour, whatever.
I kind of nod
Ah,
my
I
head.
got a hot one. Oh, it hurts. It burns. Oh God.
GM, just a question: since are they standing still, or are they enacting this as they walk around?
No, they're just standing still. But they are aware of both the astral and physical realm at the same time.
Okay, so we're not seeing them act this out. Got it.
Correct.
Then why they do this? I'm just going to continue treating Dandil, and just trying to basically help Everett as well.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I look for Dandil in the place that we're at.
He looks the same, just his glow is slightly less because he's knocked out currently.
So it's like nothing. It's like the world changed, but he's still right where I thought he would be. So he's still there.
Right. Yeah. It looks like everybody else. He's just his glow is a little dimmer, like he's asleep or unconscious.
Okay. I go over to him, and let me see how many spell slots I have left.
Well, don't forget he's supposed to
I
stay
have-
asleep. So
I have one spell slot left, and in the astral realm, I would I take out a little figurine of a butterfly, and I blow a kiss to him, and it lands on him, and I cast Heal Wounds in the astral
Okay.
realm.
His bruise lessens a little bit. He is still unconscious. However, you do before the butterfly gets to him, you do notice just around his head, there is a bit of a blackish glow, and you see his eyes moving like REM sleep.
Okay.
And that is all.
Um,
I'm gonna go over to him, and I'm gonna put my hand on him and use my or try to use my divinity to see what's actually going on with him physically.
He currently appears to just be super jacked up and asleep or comaed out or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sucks. Poor guy.
Yeah, he's the size of a human foot and he got hit by like 4 cannonballs. Like he's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. But I wonder what that black halo is around him.
You can roll me religion if you guys like.
Okay. I got a 16.
Okay.
Mandy's not one for religion.
Fair enough.
I got
17.
a 7.
A
Ooh,
7?
bad rolls.
You
Wow.
rolled once.
No,
That was with an advantage too.
Yeah, that's rough, buddy.
Your first roll is
yeah.
a 17, though.
Oh, it did come through twice. I didn't see that. Yeah, it was a 17 out of 7. My bad.
Okay. So, excuse me. Still, my tum-tum is still so full of wings. With a 16 and a 17, you guys both put it together that he is currently in the throes of dreaming. And that, not so much halo as much as just kind of shroud, I guess, over his head, is probably the energy from the god of dreams. It's probably what everybody looks like when they're dreaming when you view them from the astral realm.
I'm going to go over to Aramel while this is happening. Aramel, we don't know if there's going to be more of these things. Would you mind doing a perimeter search while we take care of Dandil and maybe get some type of help? We might have to carry him back to your camp.
This I can do. I will do a quick search and I will create a litter for him. And with that, he zips off Sonic the Hedgehog style, except not rolling.
Aw.
It'd be real fucking funny to just see a fucking like wild elf crawl turn into a ball and just start zooming off. But yeah, he just
Dr. Bashir, do you know anything about treating animals?
My name is Flash. Really fast.
That's what happens to people who run too fast.
I got a +3. I mean, to animal handling, I can try it.
well, your medicine would apply to animals as well.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look. Well,
Now
okay,
keep in
handling,
mind,
no
keep in mind, Everick isn't out, but he didn't do especially well with the whole thing. You know, his feathers got pretty rattled as well.
I mean, I have some spell slots, but I mean, we're just like RPing him out of this play stash, right? Can't just like stabilize him.
Well, he did get healed.
Oh,
You guys noticed that some of his wounds have healed up just a little bit, but he's still out.
Hmm.
He's probably going to need time to recover. I've seen men take blows like that before, and he's a quarter their size.
Yeah, you guys were all in a horror house a while ago. Now, back to the astral realm. You guys notice Mandee gives you candy. You tend to Dandil, and then you notice she's holding a key. The key is glowing. Unless you immediately pocketed the key.
No, she probably put it right away.
Oh, okay.
But
Then
she,
then you don't notice
did you not?
shit.
Did you not bring it up then?
I would have told him though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, where'd you find this key?
It was in the what is that thing anyway?
Uh, in the big mechanical being.
That's the chap.
Can I? May I see it, Mandee? I just to be safe. You keep it. You're the owner. That's fine. I just want to make sure it's safe.
She holds it out to him.
I'd like to see if I can. Can I Arcana check it?
You can.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Now, it just
So
says Arcana checking in the astral realm, so I don't know what that means exactly, but
it's basically the same. There is a glow coming off of it. There's some sort of mystical or divine energy infused into this key.
okay. I don't have my handy dandy sack for this. I have a thing for this, but we're not in the physical realm, are we? So I don't exactly have my things on me, do I?
You look down, everything that you had on you, you have on you.
Oh, I do. Oh, okay. Well, I pull out the car.
In fact, you look over to where you were standing before, and you see yourself with your hand pressed onto Tanizan's back. You're like, the fuck? And then you
What the
blink,
fuck?
and you can see out of your body like normal, simultaneously as you can see out of your astral form. Tanizan, same for you. You are currently simultaneously in both places at once.
This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I reach into my
This is a
pack and I
weird
pull
ass
out.
feeling.
I pull out a figurine that I've been working on. Mandee, into your hand on top of the key, I place a figurine the size of a softball of a horsefly. And it immediately comes to life and starts doing the things that like flies do. Like just dancing around your hand, and it's like getting information from the key. And it's sitting there, and if you just give it a minute, Mandy, give it a minute. It's actually, I think it's kind of clever. It's my Identify, and it's the identify ability from my god's
His
divinity
identifier.
tree. It's my, I call it my Identify. I'd like to identify the object, please.
It tickles, Mandy. It tickles because it's got little dragonfly legs, and they're just like crawling all over
This
your
isn't the
hand.
dragonfly. This is its own separate thing. It's a housefly, like the size of a softball.
Oh, well, that's even fucking weirder.
Yeah.
You just feel its little fly legs, and it's like rubbing its hands together. It's like sniffing the key and shit. And it does that for a minute or so. And then it flies back over to you, Shvantz. It lands in your hand. And then, like a fly does, it vomits.
A bunch of numbers, I assume.
But it vomits a wadded ball of paper.
Ah.
And when you open it up, it says, and the little fly kind of turns back into a softball. When you open the ball of paper back up, it says, and it's all wadded and, you know, just because it has to come out of its little... And it says that it is a battery.
It's a battery, like in the way that the Seeker Stones are batteries.
No, it's directly is a battery. It is just energy in the shape of a key held within the physical shape of a key. It is just energy. When you plug it into something, it instills that energy into it, using it to power things.
Mandy, keep a hold of this key. No one but you should have access to this. And I explain exactly what I think I know about it. I don't know what it's for. I mean, obviously it was for that thing over there. I don't know what use we'll get out of it in the future, but keep it hidden, keep it secret, keep it safe.
When you flip the paper over, it says on the back, it is divine energy that it instills into whatever it's plugged into. And it is specifically divine energy from the god of invention.
This is going to come in handy later, trust me.
Okay. She pockets it.
I just rolled a nat 20 plus 7 on a deception check when I told Mandy that.
That it's going to come in handy?
That's right.
Well, I mean, it could. You never know.
Right.
Yeah, so he seems very confident that maybe he's got a plan for it. Who knows? And now you are basically just in the astral realm. You three. The two of you, Tanizan and yourself, linked to your corporeal forms. However, Mandee does not seem to currently be linked as such.
We gotta figure out how to get Mandee back into her body. Can we play a little basketball and see if we can slam dunk her back into her body?
You just gonna pick her up and throw her at her body?
Oh God, brute force! Wow, how
if
original.
she wants to, yes.
No.
Hey Mandy, how about instead of barbaric sports, you just meander over there and just lay down, on top of your own flesh, and we see if we can fuse the two of you into one of you.
Okay. She just starts skipping over
You
there.
see, Tanizan, you catch more. You
Okay.
catch more little rogues with honey than vinegar.
I thought she would have enjoyed it.
I think you would enjoy it.
Okay. Well, she did want to get thrown by Steelbeard, so that's a fair assumption.
Exactly.
So you go and you lay down on top of your body, and you close your eyes, and then you open your eyes, and then you sit up, and there's your body still.
Okay, we're gonna try this again. Only this time, Tanizan.
She starts tearing up. It didn't work.
It's okay. We're just testing. We're just testing to see what happens here. Tanizan, this time, press the Eye of Saw to Mandee's forehead when she lays down.
Do I have the corporeal form of the eye?
You are holding it. So, unlike everything else, there is an astral and a physical version of everything.
Okay.
Okay? Unlike everything else, the Eye of Saw appears currently in its physical form in your hand.
Oh, interesting.
Because the Eye of Saw is simultaneously always in both places.
Is it still in my physical hand?
It is in both.
Wow.
And assisting Tanizan, I assume that he's going to get ready to do as I suggested.
Oh yeah, I'm already sitting next to Mandee's body, about ready to place the stone on her.
It's okay, Mandee.
Okay.
We're going to try this again. We'll figure this out. Don't worry.
Okay, so you press the Eye of Saw onto Mandee's body. This is kind of a weird one. Mandee, make me a Constitution save.
Death saving throw.
Oh no.
You notice her body, her physical body, begins to become bloodless. No, I'm just.
Oh
God
god.
damn it.
Not Mandee, no.
I call the key.
You accidentally teleported all of her blood into the astral realm.
That would suck.
All right, let's see. Roll me that con save.
Yeah, I got a 7.
Okay. You fail the con save, which normally seems like it would be a good thing. Usually when you fail it, you just kind of pass out in the real world and end up in the astral realm. This time, nothing happens. Like, just nothing happens. So you just
Yeah.
feel the stone pressed against your forehead, basically.
Can I
And you feel the thrum of the power of it, because it feels stronger here. But it didn't seem to do anything.
She starts to tear up. She's like, I'm gonna be dead forever.
You're
She
not gonna
finds
be
like a-
dead forever, man.
She finds like a rock or something to sit on and just sits there and starts eating some of her candy.
Come here, Mandee. Come back to your body. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to push my divinity into both Mandee's astral form and her physical form, and try and give her advantage on getting this con save.
Okay, now to do this, you will have to move your physical body over to her physical form.
I will have to actually move over to her physical form in the real world, because I'm already at her physical form in the spiritual.
Correct.
Can I will my body from the astral plane to move over to her?
You are technically awake in both places.
Okay, I'm going to will my body, since I'm awake there, over to Mandee.
And I mirror him.
Okay, so you walk over with him, hand still on his shoulder. Is that what I'm hearing? Or do you just go over to Mandee? Shvantz.
Well, I stay with I mirror Tanizan to maintain the physical connection in both the physical world and the astral realm.
Okay, so your hand is still on his shoulder, is what I'm asking.
Basically, my physical form is carrying the D.
My physical form are their eyes like glowing and shit?
Yes.
I look over to Julian Bashir. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind joining me, there's someone that you might be able to convince you didn't come for.
What?
It might help her. Just come over here and take my hand. Mandee's scared she's dying.
I'll go for it, sure.
All right, roll me a Constitution save.
Roll who?
Julian.
Okay.
And unless you're here to kill her, maybe you can convince her otherwise.
Oh, that's a nice Constitution save right there.
18.
Okay, so like the two of them, you are currently occupying both the physical and astral plane. So Julian Bashir's like astral body pops up in front of you as well, which is fucking terrifying because, you know, what he looks like.
See, Mandee, you're not dying. There's death right there.
Can you
So-
remind us what I look like?
So almost immediately upon worrying about death, all of the sudden the visage of the god of death appears. It looks like a handsome young elf on one side, and on the other a cragging and decaying corpse, surrounded by and wreathed by an energy of black, inky, just paint that is seeping out in all directions. Where he stands on the astral grass, you see it die around him. And then he kind of pops into existence, like I said, and he goes, "Hey."
She just outright starts bawling at this point. She's just...
Mandee, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get
Mandee,
you back
it's
in your
all right,
body.
all right. I pat her back a little too hard.
Your time
It's okay.
has
It's
come.
Oh God,
Julian.
Julian, don't be doing that to her, man. You're
Don't
gonna
you
make her
recognize
cry.
him?
I'm gonna hit him with my Ebenezer Scrooge's dead employee. You know what I mean? What's his name?
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
Jacob Marley,
Marley.
Hit
Oh
him with the
my
Jacob
God.
Marley.
like a business partner.
Oh my
He
God.
starts
Yo,
rattling
yo.
chains that you didn't even know he had.
Do you? I scream at him. At her, I mean.
Ah.
Do you mind if I take a look at you, darling? I take a look at him. Toss a match back in my spooky outfit here. I don't know. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm trying to figure out
Oh,
how to
so
get him
she's
back or
she's
her back.
she's definitely alive.
Okay, but she's just flipping out because she can't.
She's
get out
like
of the astral realm?
she's she's just not connected to her body. She just can't get back in, it seems.
Yeah, but if she believes that she's not dead, and I thought maybe you would be the one to convince her of this, that then maybe she'd try again to reconnect to the body.
But who knows? The fact that he's being fucking creepy right now may not
Hey.
help.
Hey, your attitude's not helping. Mandee, back over here.
I don't. I mean, DM. What do
Yeah,
you?
you said
What are
you said
what do I
there.
roll
This
on
is. Go ahead.
I don't know what to do with this information. What do you want me to roll on this?
So he basically just wanted you to he's pretty much Shvantz was like, I want you to reassure Mandee that she is alive. That she's
Yes,
not
thank
dying right
you.
now.
So how do I go about doing that? Do I just like examine the body in the regular plane?
How would you like to go about doing that? I guess both. Check them out both, I guess.
I will do that.
But I can tell you because you are who you are. She's not dead. Like you just immediately know that from looking at her.
Tell her that. Tell her.
You're not dead. You're not dead.
She
As
starts
long as you
crying.
keep
She like
being a
runs
good
into the
girl.
woods.
He
And you
shakes
don't
some
eat too much
chickens.
candy. Things will be fine for you.
She just
Why do you gotta
teleports
be
into
like this, Julian?
like wherever the nearest part of the woods is. She just like teleports in and just hides behind a tree.
Oh shit, where'd she go?
Can
Okay.
her abilities work in the astral plane?
Roll. Well, uh,
Can yours? I slap Tanizan.
here's yeah, it's
Ow,
basically the same
bitch!
thing. Same thing for Tanizan. But in Mandy's case, Mandy, roll me your divinity, which is your which is Dex plus your proficiency bonus plus a D20.
I rolled
I
for
got
my
a crit.
divinity.
I got
I
a crit for slapping Tanizan.
I rolled for my divinity when it comes to him slapping me, and I got a natural 20 for a 24.
I mean, yours just kind of works anyway, so yeah, you just take half damage. But Mandy, roll me a
One
roll me a
button.
check, please.
2.
22.
So I
Okay,
just take
so
one damage, I guess.
you go to teleport, and you reach out like you normally do. You kind of have gotten this down to reflex. You know, you feel this pull in your gut. You move that pull over to where you can see that you want to go, and then you just kind of let go and you rubber band right over to the other area. You now realize in this moment that when you teleport, you very briefly leave the physical plane, go into the astral plane, and then move to where you want to go, and then pop back out. That being said, it takes a lot of energy to go in and out of the physical and astral planes. So when you go to teleport in the astral plane, you over teleport just a little bit. Now, when you do this, you still got this key. You feel the pull. You throw yourself in a direction like you normally would. And you give the key a squeeze. And when you reappear, which in this case is more of a slide than a teleport like you would normally do, you slide extremely quickly. I mean, faster than Automail could run. And you find yourself in what appears to be a Kadarian camp up on a cliff face overlooking the sea and looking down the sheer cliff of a mountain that would have to be scaled vertically. You see probably 200 Kadarian forces and some Galhadirian forces as well. So dwarves wearing the Galhadirian like armor and such. The dwarves all seem to be marching around working on machinery. Some of the machinery are gigantic orbs, just like the one you just fought. They seem to be half built. Floating in the air off the side of the cliff, there is a massive ship floating in the air, an airship. It is being piloted by a couple of these Galhadirian dwarves, and you see some of these men and dwarves, and they are planting what appear to be like small kegs or small barrels around gigantic ironwood trees, then lighting them, and they explode. And it takes 100 of these little kegs. They explode in this massive series of explosions and then fell an ironwood tree. Now, I know I've described ironwood trees to you guys before, but I don't think I did a very good job impressing how large they are. If 40 men held their hands out wide, T-posed, fingertip to fingertip, that would be about as wide as an ironwood tree is. A typical full-grown ironwood tree. 40 men.
40 man wide.
They fell one of them. And you notice as you look around similar craters around the area. And some of these huge machines, the ones that there's like one or two that are fully built, are moving about, and they are picking these trees up, or at least trying to drag them towards a platform that is connected to this airship. That is what you see immediately upon arriving. You are nowhere near any of these people that you just left.
Can I see where like maybe where I came from? It was like a clearing, right?
Yes, you can roll me a perception check.
Use my spyglass to see it better.
Yeah, advantage. Now, because you're the god of travel, you know you fucking went pretty far. In fact, without having to roll, you can see that you're on the other side of the flow, which is that massive river that runs through the ironwood. The flow itself, at its thinnest point, is over a mile wide. You are on the other side of the flow and up a mountain. What'd you get on your perception check?
13.
You aren't 100% sure that you can see them, but you do spot a line of felled trees, not ironwood, but just regular trees amongst the ironwood. And you see the wisp of a wisp of smoke that is going up into the air. You can assume is where you guys felled that mech.
On the map of the Ironwood, are you able to tell us where this is?
Yes, I could do that. Let me pull it up real quick.
But if that's just meta knowledge, no worries.
No, because you know where you were. So let's see. There is
I'm
a
just
map
curious, like
here.
where Mandee is and where she's seeing is what I'm wondering.
Yeah. So let's go up to this map. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. So far up. Okay. So where River Run is on the map, just south of that, there's a little like line in the trees right there. That's pretty much, you guys are at the end of that line there.
The one running down to Turtle Bay?
No, not that pathway. Like directly south of River Run, you see how there's that open area, and then there's just a
Yeah.
little kind
Is that the
of
star?
up north of the star. So about a third of the way between River Run and that star, that's where
Alright.
you guys are. That star, by the way, is Talundi. That is the elf village that you guys were at before. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Talundi is way farther out. That was the elf village that you guys were at before Talundi. It's where you're going now. Do you see pretty much on the other side of the Ironwood that almost frosty area, the Silver Peaks? Just straight north of River Run by the bluffs. That is a mountain range. She is somewhere up there.
Oh fuck. Later.
Oh, fuck indeed. But you can see basically the general area of where they are, where you're fairly certain that they are. Now you have line of sight, so you can always try teleporting back there.
Yeah, I want to try teleporting back again.
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. I fucked up. You are not at the Silver Peaks. You're at the spine of the sea, basically the southernmost part of the spine of the sea, which is just north of Talundi. It's actually a little further than the other place. But yeah, you can try teleporting back there. Make me a the same your divinity roll.
15.
And you can roll that with advantage since you have your spyglass.
20.
Cue Powerpuff Girl music.
um and so a few minutes go by, and then all of a sudden Bamf, I guess, and Mandee just kind of appears back on top of the rubble of the mech.
Oh, nice.
In the Astral?
In the Astral.
Mandee, there you are.
She's still in like sniffles, but she's trying to like explain what she saw. And there was the things and an airship.
Mandee, calm down. It's all right. What's going on?
Yes, calm down. Come and give me
Julian,
a hug,
stop!
young one.
Stop it! I
It's just
shoo him
Julian.
away.
It's just Julian, Mandee. It's just Julian. It's okay.
I'll never stop pursuing you.
He's an
Julian,
asshole in
Jesus,
the other world
stop!
too, remember.
I'm sorry, but now for the rest of the game, your astral form has changed.
Excellent.
It's what it is.
Oh my god.
Quickly clacking them around.
But yeah,
Remember,
she
it's-
seems very upset.
Yeah, I'm helping out.
No,
It's
you're
just
not. You're
Julian.
making it worse.
I was here. He was supposed to be here to prove that you're not dead. I know that he's horrifying to look at, but just breathe. Just breathe. What did you see?
He's being mean.
Yeah, we know he's being mean. He's an asshole.
We won't let him hurt
and
you.
we're
We won't
we're
let him
not
hurt
gonna
you.
let
Don't worry.
anything happen to you.
Tanizan will take all the heat first. Don't worry.
Tell us what happened so you can return to your body.
Why, Julian? Why?
She goes up and kicks him in the shin.
Ooh! You cannot beat death! Fall over and clutch my shin. Death form.
Anyway, I start relaying it again to them.
Okay, so she basically relays that there were Galhadirian and Kadarian soldiers up where she was on the spine of the sea, somewhere at the southernmost area of the spine of the sea, They were felling ironwood trees with explosions and loading them onto a platform
Oh, somebody's not gonna be happy about
to
this.
to be hauled away by an airship.
This is confirming my worst fear, and I bend down on one knee. Although it's not like I'm all that taller than Mandee. I bend down to one knee and I put my hand on Mandee's shoulder. Mandee, there's no possible way you could have known this, but the day that we met on the ship of the Urbiat, I told your captain that the Galhadir were going to be trouble soon. Now, there's no way you could have possibly known this, Mandee, because you weren't there. But the Galhadir have plans. That's the dwarven people from the northern areas. And
this
remember,
all
there's
sounds
no way
very-
you could have possibly known this.
This all sounds very familiar, like something you saw from a vent.
Well, like I said, no way you could have possibly known this. But the Galhadir, they have plans for world conquest, Mandee. And if they're here now, this is bad news. It means that all of their plans have moved forward. We must get back to
The Ironwood.
Talundi. We must get back to Talundi. We've got to tell them. You've got
Was
to be
it
brave,
Talundi,
Mandee.
or was it just?
It's Talundi. Enough.
Yeah, it's Talundi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need you to
You're
be brave,
very
Mandee.
far away.
Ignore Julian. I just brought him here as proof, but I can see now that was ill
A
thought
bad
out on my
idea.
part. Oops. Can you be brave, Mandee? Can you do
Of course I
it?
can be brave.
Okay.
So
Get
shall I
back over
slam
there.
dunk you back into your body now?
Get back
No.
over there and let Tanizan feel like he's worth a damn.
It'll hurt.
I won't actually slam dunk you into there, but I'm gonna help you get back into your body.
For every time he slam dunks you, Mandee, I'll slap him.
Or you could just kick me in the shin in the real world.
Okay.
And Julian, we do need your help. Just be a little less creepy, okay?
Oof, my shin, it hurts. It
Ah.
hurts. Rattle
You hear the rattling of chains.
Oh my god.
Julian, when Tanizan holds the Eye of Saw to Mandee, I want you to touch him, not me. Him, Tanizan. And filter your energy through him like we did before.
So, Mandee, you recently realized that when you teleport, you go out of and back into the material plane. So, maybe with the Eye of Saw, you can use your power to replace your astral form into your physical body.
Why
Since it-
don't I hold the stone and try to teleport into my body?
That's a great idea, Mandee. I like your initiative. Do it.
I hand her the stone.
Okay. They all they all disappear. You're holding the astral form of the stone. They all disappear. When you guys pop back directly into your bodies, you see the stone has fallen out of your hand and onto Mandee's body.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
Let's hope
Mandee.
this works. I'm still
Uh,
pumping divinity into her body.
Roll. Roll.
Did you have to word it that way?
I could have said that better. She's so small. Roll me your divinity at advantage. First roll me a Constitution save.
I would say at advantage.
4. All right.
Well,
Okay, that's good enough. So you connect with the stone. Roll me your divinity. At
I already
advantage.
rolled it. Can we take those ones?
That's fine.
Okay,
26.
Okay, you close your eyes and you channel into the stone. Now, your eyes are closed, and these dum-dums aren't in the fucking astral realm anymore, so I guess nobody sees it. But when you suddenly feel like you're laying down, and when you open your eyes again, you open them in the material plane, inside of your body.
Hell yeah, Mandee, you did it.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for a certain thing. Here we go.
A very fitting hooray.
Now, are we able to, Tanizan and Shvantz, are we able to just will ourselves back? Or do we need to also make.
No, we're
Sure.
already back. As soon as we
No,
let go
we
of
all
the
went
rock.
back. Oh,
Yeah.
He
I
handed
didn't
the
catch that.
stone. He handed the stone to Mandee. In doing so, he let go of it in the physical realm,
All right.
Yeah.
and the connection was severed. You guys right back into the the physical plane. Okay, so you are all back in the material plane.
We did it. We did it. I solved the problem.
So you check, and you still have that key. But it's still shimmering like it was in the astral realm. When you're in the astral, you see the astral form of things. The key is still shimmering as though it is in the astral realm.
Hmm.
In fact, like if you pull it out and hold it up to everybody else, they see it and it just looks like a cloud of energy in the shape of a key.
Very good. Very good. That's going to be really useful someday.
Now if logic would if logic dictates, then there should be a physical manifestation of that key in the same spot on the console in the material plane.
Oh yeah, so go rifling through it to see if there's a copy there.
Okay, you go to the same spot on the console, and not only is there not a key, there is not a keyhole. There is no place to put a key in this machine.
So they're using magic? Because that's what it feels like.
So, as far as you may be able to tell, that key maybe only existed as a piece of divinity in the astral realm.
And the only way to get to the astral realm is through magic itself, which means they're going against their own tenets by making this thing.
So to be clear, is everybody back in the physical realm now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So basically, they drop the stone. A couple seconds later, Mandee opens her eyes and then jumps around.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting there next to the mech going, oh, good, you're back.
Yeah, how's Dandil?
Breathing. Aramel is doing a search in the area to make sure it's safe and to possibly bring help for us to carry him back to the
We
Elven
are far from safe. Safe is a long time ago and far, far away. Believe me. We need to get back to.
And as if on cue, Armel zooms in from the west with holding a pretty homemade looking litter, about halfling size, and turns and he says, "There is destruction all through the wood but there is nothing else here.
Right. Do we have a way to get Dandil back to your village?
I'll start
Yes.
explaining what I saw to Armil.
He looks at you, and you see his brain processing for a second. And then, as though he can find no other words, he just says, "Shit! We have to get back to the village quickly."
That's what I was saying.
Quick, place him on the litter. And he just like, he'll go over with you, Grits, and he'll, I guess, 1, 2, 3, hop, and put Dandil on the litter.
Yeah, I help.
Who wants to help carry this thing?
I will.
Very good. All right, so you and Aramel will carry him. Aramel will take the front of the litter, and you guys are going to hoof it back. He says, "I'm so sorry, my friends. I know you are tired. We've been through many things, but I have to tell Hagent we need to get back to the village as soon as possible."
Aramel,
I pick up Everett.
Aramel, I can double time it, but I can't go as fast as you, so you're gonna have to keep pace, but I can move.
Do you think? Do you remember the way?
Yes.
You wait.
Actually, can I roll history to see if I remember the way?
You rolled survival.
Survival. Oh God.
Survival.
My history is much better.
History of roads.
I rolled a 18.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you could get back that direction.
Then I tell
Mandee,
Armel that we should be fine.
Mandee, you remember the way. In fact, if you had to, you're fairly certain you could get to any place you've ever been before from here. You seem to have a perfect recollection of direction from this point to anywhere you've ever been. So you can definitely find the way. A perk of being the god of traffic.
Hey guys, I might be able to just go straight there and warn Hagen.
I'm sure Armel can too. We could use a guide though.
I'll take over for our Automil and tell him to go.
And he just, there's basically a blur where he was standing, and then he is gone. You hear the creaking of trees. The trees try to keep up as they bend away from the direction that he is going, but he's just moving too fast. And so he has to zip around them as he goes, but he hauls ass. As for the rest of you guys, with a very good sense of fucking Sissy, with a very good sense of where you're going, by Tanizan, and any corrections being made by Mandee if you guys do happen to get lost, you know you can get there in maybe half a day, maybe a day at the most.
Oh, I was just gonna teleport there.
Yeah, but Armel can just run there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
that works too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he seems really concerned, and he just kind of books it.
Mm-hmm.
Mandee, how many soldiers, how many people did you see?
Billions.
What?
I highly doubt it was that many. There isn't even 1 billion people left in the world.
Shut up! You don't know that.
Yeah,
Hold on a
actually, I
second.
kind of do.
Are we talking about? Excuse me. Stop. Are we talking about going and fighting these people?
No, we're getting back to the freaking village.
Yes, because we need to leave.
Very
today.
much so, but we need to also make sure that the wood elves are ready to fight because they're gonna be going to war with these fuckers.
Yes, as they probably have for hundreds of years. This is their land.
But we need to get back there so that we can continue on to Ani.
Whilst you guys have a conversation, I will return shortly.
That boy's gonna go pee.
I'm gonna grab a snack.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the stream.
What's your
I'll go.
Okay. So you guys spend the next well, actually it's up to you. If you are going to go straight to Lundi, you can hoof it and get there in about a day.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna hoof it. We can rest when we get there.
Now remember,
Especially with Dandil in the condition that he's in.
you're all pretty fucking tired. So
I'm not.
Well, all right, fair enough.
Well, good for you.
You all went directly from one battle to hoofing it to another battle to hoofing it.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I understand we feel like we owe the elves something, but wouldn't it make more sense just to head back to
Our
Turtle
things are in
Bay
the
to
village.
find a ship?
No, because we have to
What
head to the other side.
Well, and all your shit's there,
Yeah.
or
What
at least
things?
everything that you
horses,
left
the
on
cart.
the horse and carriage.
Yeah, we gotta get our horse, our cart, our provisions.
2 horses.
Yeah, 2 horses.
Shut up.
No, 3 horses.
There's a
Stole
draft
out-
horse for the wagon too.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
and you stole the fucking war horse.
Mandee and I each have a war horse.
Mandee looks ridiculous on it. I need to get her. I need to get like a special saddle made with like a ladder on it or something like that.
They're like a teeny saddle with a fucking rope ladder on the side.
Yeah, yeah.
Why? Okay, all right. Like in towns and stuff, I get why you would use a ladder, but otherwise, bamf, right? Like when
Yeah.
you're on the horse.
Yeah, yeah.
That being said, like, why would she ever need an extendo vine either?
That is true.
Teleporting's great, but have you ever played a Spider-Man game? It's fucking awesome.
That's one way to look at it.
It's the only way to travel. I love that Snosh. I'm the fat one, and Snosh is eating a whole pie over here, like fucking dickhead.
Jesus.
So if you guys do hoof it directly there, you'll get there in about half a day. You'll get there basically by nightfall, and that's fine. Now, are there, you have Zillowin who's voicing a different opinion of kind of just let him have the horses though. We got places to be.
I'm not
Yeah,
leaving
we
my
need to
horse
get on a
behind.
boat. We need to get on a boat. We need to go out to sea. We need to get down to the gate.
Yes, but we don't need to go back to Turtle Bay and make the trip longer.
We do have time. We do have time before that window closes and there's lives at stake.
We have to travel all the way down to the southern regions. And how would Turtle Bay be longer if we're going south anyway?
Because if you
we're
look at...
We're not traveling south. Forget that.
We're going north to catch a boat over to Ani to catch another ship to go south. Because it's quicker to go on a boat than it is to go by land.
We can do it. We have the time, and if we do it this route, we'll save lives along the way. We owe it to them after taking out... How many of their soldiers did we just kill?
1.
Oh, no, everybody was fine with that. So, I mean, might as well just leave that be.
No. Don't tell me, don't tell anyone else what we were fine with. We'll tell you what we were fine with. I've had enough of that.
Oh, yo-ho!
Damn.
Now, we just killed... Was it just a single one?
Yeah.
Was that it?
It was just a
No,
single one.
no. If you're talking about the mech, you killed one dude
no, no,
in
no,
a
no.
mech.
I'm talking about the elves, the Ironwood elves.
Oh
we
no,
didn't
that was
kill
a
any.
bunch of them. There was like 6 of them.
Yeah,
We killed their people. Now they came at us. That's one thing. But we removed lives from them. We owe them a debt
Yeah.
already. Even defending ourselves, we at least owe it to them to get there and help them right now.
You guys do realize you're making up all these rules as you go. Like, they don't matter. All that matters is we get down to the gate and we find what we need to find. We need to do this. This is what's important. We're being distracted.
Mandee just like starts high stepping it in the direction of the village.
Oh, we've been going for a while.
Yeah. I'm still moving too.
Well, you guys would have been moving either way because no matter what, you got even if you were to just say fuck the village, you still got to get to the road.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I believe you also said we're exhausted, so I mean, like, we can't
Yeah,
be
you guys
traveling
are-
that fast.
You guys are very tired. I mean, Tanizan is not tired, but the rest of you are not the fucking god of vitality. Like, you
I
know,
mean- I don't include
Yeah.
him in it.
Here, you take a turn.
if
I usher Zillowin over. You take a turn. I need some help, and Dandil needs you. Come here.
if
Trade with me.
I'm carrying Everett. You know, the owl that's roughly almost our size.
Like I said, trade with me. I could use a rest.
But you'd have to carry.
I trade.
No, I don't. Everett can fly or float himself.
Everett was hurt just as bad as Dandil was.
Oh shit. Fine. I do.
Everett's unconscious.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I do a quick jimmy rigging of some reeds, some sticks. I make a little sled, and I get myself and my my dragonfly to drag Everett. Julian, I could use your hand here.
I'll give him a hand.
I
Thank you, sir.
mean, technically, well, wait, who's carrying? I'm the one carrying Dandil.
Yes, yeah. Now you and Zillowin, if he'll take over for me.
How are you? I'm
It's a lit-
lost.
It's a litter.
it's
There's
a-
somebody on both
it's a
sides.
litter,
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah. So you hold it on either side.
Should have just built a little backpack.
I'm stuck him on my back.
Yeah, he's small.
I mean, you're still in the woods. You could craft a
Yeah, but if we,
halfling Bjorn for him, I guess.
Professor, while we keep moving forward, if you want to go ahead and make a backpack, so you don't have to carry him anymore.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll just
No.
make a backpack out of what? More grass and leaves. Okay, sure. Let's stop again to do
Well,
that.
it's like
No.
vines and
We
stuff.
can do that while we're moving.
Mm-hmm. All right. Fine. I gather reeds and grass and shit that I can pull.
And I'll
I
put the litter down, and I'll actually just
I
carry.
try to weave something else. Should I
carry
do some
Dandil.
rolls for some weaving,
So just
crafting weaving?
roll me an investigation real quick.
Ooh.
The funny thing is,
Okay,
I am now
Therefore-
just carrying Dandil.
You rolled it twice.
Okay,
though.
so-
First was a 10.
That's because I have advantage.
Yeah, it's int, so he has
Oh.
advantage on
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Okay, what'd you get? You got. Why can I not see your guys' rolls? Okay.
He got
So
a
it looks
24.
like a 24. Okay. So you find some vines that you can fit into. You just tie them up like a little baby Bjorn.
This is for Everett?
For
Who's grown in size?
no, for Dandil.
Oh, for Dandil. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Little strap for to stick him on Tanizan.
You just like strap him to the front of Tanizan, little baby
Great.
Bjorn. He's gonna pass down.
Great. And then and once that's done, I wave Tanizan over and I have him come and drag the pulley thing that I've made for Everett because I'm exhausted over here. Okay, I can't do it anymore.
But Zillowin
Yeah,
has.
Zillowin's just carrying him.
Yeah, all right, Zillowin, you're carrying him. All right, I give up on that.
All right.
Professor, I just kind of grab the professor and pull him off to the side. What in the name of everything that's going on, in the name of us, is wrong with you?
What's wrong with me?
Yeah,
What's wrong with you? Can you be a little more vague so that I have something to answer with?
you seem like you're going a mile a minute.
What am
You
I, the
don't know
god
how
of
to
speed?
slow down.
I'm not the god of
It
speed here,
seems
kid.
this is what I'm talking about right here, right now. You seem manic, like you're
Listen
pushing
to me.
yourself.
Listen to me. I know things. We need to move. We need to get to that village.
Back to the elves.
That's right.
Why do you feel like we owe them anything?
Where we were gonna go in the first place.
I ask again, how many of their people did we just have to kill?
Yeah, we chose to kill them.
Mhm.
Actually, correction, you all chose to kill them.
Oh, you had
I
nothing to do
tried
with it.
to
Wipe your
stop it.
clean your hands clean wash your hands full of the water that you love so much, as if you did nothing.
I tried to stop it. I tried to stop it. I took no lives. I killed no one.
I can hear that you're getting very
And I
upset.
dropped
So
Everett.
I can hear you're getting very upset, so I'm backing off, okay? Let's just get to the village.
I'm going to walk over and pick up Everett and start carrying him on my back.
That's the direction we're heading.
He wakes up a little bit.
It's okay, Everett. Go back to sleep, buddy.
And you notice that he's heavier.
Mm-hmm.
He's
and I'm not
grown
strong.
like in the last day. He's grown.
Oh, yeah.
He's growing a lot faster than he should. Yeah, like by far. All of his baby plumage is gone, and he is bigger than he should be.
Mm-hmm.
He's bigger than Dandil at this point.
And I'm not strong, and I've been carrying him this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're asking me why I'm manic, Zillowin, it's because I know the Galhadir. I know what they're after. I know what they want, and I know what they're capable of. And we do not want to be anywhere near them. But we also cannot abandon the wood elves to their mercy. There is none. And maybe there's nothing we can do. Maybe we can't stop them right now. It's possible that we can't stop them right now, okay? I admit that that's possible.
Maybe you all should have thought about that before you slaughtered their hunters.
And
what?
That's what
you guys want to be heroes. You want to rush off to save whoever you want. Yeah. Self-defense isn't always an excuse, Tanizan. We have power. We have strength. And apparently all we are is murderers. Correction. All you guys are is murderers.
Once again, there you go. Washing your own hands from it as if you did nothing.
I haven't killed anyone.
Nothing isn't a choice.
We don't have the right.
No, but
I keep trying to
just let them kill us instead.
You don't have the right.
They don't want to listen.
Power, which means you have the choice.
We have the ability to stop them, Tanizan, and we don't need to kill them.
Zealots can't be stopped and reasoned with.
Wait a minute. Tanizan, maybe he's onto something here. Wait a minute. Zillowin, I think you're onto something. Tanizan, if we can stop them without killing them, can you? Can you make that happen? Can you bring a man down without killing him?
I have never been trained to, no.
Well, that sword of yours, does it have a flat side?
Yeah.
Use that. Looks at Zillowin. You happy?
No. We need to leave this battle behind. We need to get on a boat and we need to go because we need to follow the pool of destiny.
Guess what direction we have to go first, no matter what. I agree with you.
We can choose to go that direction, but it's not the right way. And I know this is just going to drag us into another place. And unfortunately, I can't do this without any of you. So I'll follow for now.
And afraid that I would say anything else to piss him off further, I'd just keep my mouth shut.
I follow. I walk
Okay.
over and I pick up a piece of Dandil's little stretcher and carry it. I know he's not in it anymore. He's with Zillowin, but I carry the stretcher with me, and I kind of look at the doctor, and I said, I have a feeling we're going to need this again.
All right. So
move.
eventually, you guys reach the road that splits the Ironwood. You have a decision to make.
I would like my stuff from the village.
I'm going
Now,
to the village.
So
all
so
of
we're
your
going
guys'
to the. Are we going to the bluffs, or where are we going?
We're going to the
To
village.
Lundy, and then to the bluffs, and then to Ani.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lundy is north, and the bluffs are away from it. So
So it is very
you
possible.
said we hit the road. So what? We're over here by the star.
Yeah, just past the star there. So actually, I am going to retcon what I said just a little bit ago. I'm going to switch the star and Lundy. I'm going to have the star be Lundy for now. Because originally I had said that you guys were at the star. That was where the village was. And that was where I mistakenly thought Lundy was. So I am going to have
Oh, okay.
that star be
Yeah, that's
Lundy.
just an out. It's just
That
an
was
outpost
just my
originally.
fuck up. So, but I am going to have that star be Lundy. So we're just gonna switch the smaller village, which is the star, for Lundy. So we'll have that be an outpost over
Okay.
there.
Okay, so we're north of River Run.
We're
So
south
you
of River
are
Run.
just south of River Run.
Oh, so we got to go through River Run again?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Now there are ways around it. You can skirt River Run. You don't have to go directly through it, but you're going to have to pass by it. So you guys arrive at the village, we'll say, and when you get there, it seems a little frantic. You see a number of guardians, which are those hunters, those defenders of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be rallying and kind of gathering some things together. And when you get there, you see Aramel just yelling orders, and everybody, regardless of perceived social rank, is snapping to his orders without question. You even see Hagen for the first time. You see her down on the floor of the forest instead of up in the canopy,
Mm-hmm.
where all of the temples and things like that are. And she waves you guys over to her.
I head over to her.
Yeah.
Mandee skips over.
Says, "Children, I thank you. You saved our village with the help of our mill. And I do apologize because I know that some of our children made your life harder than it needed to be in the forest when you were doing only what I asked you to do. But our guardians are going to defend us because of the information that you gave us, a heads up, prior notice for something that could have devastating effects not just on our populace, but on the populace of the world. Ironwood trees are more important than you know. And if they are taking them, they are taking some of our children. And she gestures, and you see a row of maybe 30 elves covered up by linens, completely covered, obviously dead. Julian, you can feel it. They're dead. And she says, when the mother tree falls, its children fall as well.
Oh, shit.
So, we are going to defend not only our forest, but our lives. Thank you again. I cannot offer you much, but I can offer you this. Some aid for your future travels. She hands each of you a a jar. Inside of the jar is a poultice, which will act as a cure light wounds potion.
Cool.
Basically, you just smack it on your wound. You roll the die, you heal that much. Just works like a potion, except you put it on instead of drinking it.
Who gets it?
You all receive one.
What do we call it?
You just put cure light wounds potion is fine. And she says, you have done us a great service by reawakening Steelbeard, at least as awake as he can be for now. So, I shan't ask you for more. I know you have places to be. But, keep us in your thoughts. We will keep you in ours. We have kept your things. We have fed and watered your horses and tended to them. If you so desire, there are provisions for traveling for a week or so on your cart. Thank you for coming again, and I know when the time is right, you, arisen godlings, will do the right thing by this world. And then she goes back to kind of helping everybody with their little war effort that they're setting up here.
All right, everybody, load up. It's time to get out of here.
Yeah. And we're exhausted, but there's like no time for sleep, is there?
I work quietly.
Sleep?
I mean,
There's
There-
not. There is just isn't time yet.
you
Wait.
just... Yes.
Okay, so I look at Tanizan and I go, we're going to the bluffs, but if memory serves me, the waterways run out of the Ironwood down into Mirror Lake. Wouldn't it be faster just to travel along the river and cut through the landmass down to the Lake of the Fallen?
I'm sorry, who are you asking?
He's talking to me.
Tanizan.
Just generally, yeah, but Tanizan specifically.
But I'm speaking to the group.
Well, the waterways would take us back up north anyways, back to where you're from.
So, for the record, it does run northeast to west.
So yeah, it would take us down south into.
It would take us down south into Lake of the Fallen, and
Okay.
then the way going south ends at Red Fort.
And how exactly are we traveling on the water?
Just take a boat.
What boat?
I'm sure. I'm sure this village has boats.
Uh, let's ask if
So,
I want to ask if they have a boat.
you check in with them. The only water that they really interact with is the flow. They explain to you that the spine of the sea, that whole area up there, is there was a demigod of magic. When he died, I'm sorry, not magic. There was a demigod of the mountains. When he died, his spirit basically enchanted the spine of the sea. It is perpetually snowy there, even in the summer. The snow magically is always the same thickness, essentially.
The same consistency.
Yeah, so if it's a foot deep, it's always a foot deep. If you were to take a step and step out of that step to your next step, when you turn around, that footprint that you left is already filled in with snow again. So because of that, there's constant runoff, which is how the flow was created. The flow is a consistent flow of water, miles wide at some points and up to just more than a mile at the lowest points. It is usually going quite quickly, but it's not especially deep, so they don't have boats, but they do have rafts.
Is Mirror
So,
Lake a town? It's a city, so if we got down there, we could probably get something better.
Mirror Lake is a lake. There is a like fort over there where you could probably get provisions and such, but Mirror Lake itself is just a giant, like the Great Lakes size lake.
Well, no, I'm asking because there's a city marker on the edge of the lake, so I just didn't know.
Yeah, it's like a fort kind of city. You know, it's not it's big. There's lots of trade there. Um, but it's not like a main, it's not a capital or anything. It's just a large town basically.
All right, well, I look at the group and I go, I'm just saying, instead of traveling all the way around the continent, we could cut through. The rivers are there. They work. They flow.
Now, remember, part of the reason why you were going to Ani is because to get to the Spear of Jarden, basically only trade ships go to the Spear of Jarden. So the only way to find actual passage there would be aboard a trade ship. Most of them leave for money.
Okay, then I remove the statement.
Now you can. Now I did offer that as an option, which would be going basically as far as like say the Lake of the Fallen or so, and then hoofing it. But how you would find your way from, somewhere around Lossmire or like the Circle of Ayus or whatever down to the spear would be a whole, you'd have to figure that out. So those are the options.
I still
uh,
say the quickest way to go would be go up to the bluffs and then head over to Ani.
I just feel that Ani has a lot of other answers and possibilities for us all along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Zillowin, I think this really is the best route. It's the route towards the destination we're heading to.
Okay. I work quietly and I follow the group.
Okay. So you guys gather your things together, and eventually you get the horses. The horses are nice and rested up. The draft horse is rip roaring and ready to go. Like he's just been sleeping and hanging out for a day or two. The war horses are fucking ready. Like these are horses that just can march for a week at a time without fucking much, and they've been resting it up pretty good. So all of the animals are ready to go. Your things are packed and stored up. Is there anything else that you guys feel the need to do here in Talindi?
Other than getting our equipment and heading out, making sure that they're prepared or they're on their way to being prepared for what's to come, I don't see any reason to stay.
I think we should at least rest first. I'm tuckered.
Yeah, I think we should definitely. If
War
that's
is
the
coming
case,
to this village.
yeah, but is it going to be
Remember?
today or tomorrow or when? Because
Well,
they're still
dude,
way on the outskirts.
I mean, it's happening now. If we're being
Dude.
honest with ourselves.
To be fair, war is leaving from this village.
I wouldn't mind buying some.
I say we finish traveling. I say we finish traveling out the day and just find a place to camp.
Yep.
If you do push the horses a little bit, you guys could probably get to River Run tonight.
Yep.
If
I agree with Zillowin. Either camp or river run.
if you want to go to River Run, you guys can skirt it for sure.
They were
Okay,
looking
hold
for
on.
us in River Run. We shouldn't
Yeah,
go
they
there.
were.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. On the map, I thought we were at the star above River Run, so we were
No,
north of River Run. And
we're
heading
at
below.
the star
Woodlands.
south of River Run.
Yeah, the one
Oh.
the one that has the Steelbeard's Grove little path going towards it. So then now we have
Gotcha,
to head north
okay.
up to River Run.
I mean, we could push
Yeah.
past
Okay.
River Run and then camp.
Wouldn't it be possible to find a ship in Turtle Bay?
Again,
Because
we would
River
have
Run,
to.
they're looking for us.
Again,
Bay-
if
Turtle
we
Bay is
went
in
south, it would take us
So-
longer to get up or around the spine of the sea to get to Ani.
And also Turtle Bay is in ruins, if you recall.
Yeah, so you'd have to sail around that horn where Tails Bay is, past the little archipelago up there, and then back around to the left here.
Here,
to
I'll
the
make
west.
this easy and I'll share my screen so he can see what we're talking
But-
about.
But
No, I
also-
have
he
the map.
sees
I'm
it.
good.
Okay.
He sees
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he's looking at it there. But also remember, Turtle Bay is essentially a ruin right now.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
a meteor
just-
fucking hit
There
it.
were
That's what I said.
we literally left River Run fleeing for our lives. I don't.
We can go around
Yeah,
it
that
if
was-
we have to.
That was 2 days ago, though.
Actually, I can go around it. That's easy.
Yeah, you can. You can provide us cover if we have to get creative.
The weird thing about the flow, it is beneath freezing temperatures, but because it is constantly in almost whitewater stages of rapid flow, which is why it's called the flow, it never freezes. So that water is fucked. Now, that being said, that has zero effect on you, Zillowin. You go in that
I was
water,
about to ask that. Yeah.
yeah, you feel just as at home in sub-zero water as you do in fucking like 40-degree water. It's nothing to you.
Question.
So
Yeah, because
you
the
can
water
take
gets
it like
cold and
nothing.
the water gets colder the deeper you go in the ocean.
Question.
Right.
Being the god of vitality, with the constitution that I have, would it affect me at all?
Why don't you jump in and find out?
You are currently still affected by heat and cold, my
Okay.
friend.
Okay.
All right, so we're heading to River Run then.
Okay. And like I said, you can push straight through River Run. That star north of River Run is just a little
It's
village.
just another outpost.
Yeah, it's just another little elven village. Yes, sir.
As we are leaving Talundi, The professor, when he has some spare time, everybody's packing shit. What he's doing is he is creating like some glyphs. It looks like glyphs a little bit, but it's just math, really. That's like running around the doorway of the elder woman that we spoke with.
Huggins' little meditation hut.
So I'm basically just evoking magical tinkering to create some glowing glyphs of math. Let's call it protection math, and it's just there to give warmth and hope to those who see it. It doesn't really have any other purpose.
Okay. Well, that is the purpose of that room anyway, for the most part. It is a meditation room. So you just kind of redouble the effects of the herbs and the warmth and the fire. And just when you go in there, it feels more cozy, more peaceful.
That was it.
Okay. So in addition to the kind of potpourri herby scent in there, there's also the scent of a warm like hearth fire, and it just has a more, instead of having the feel of like this is where we come to rest and meditate, it has like a home feel. So that is what you do while everybody's finishing their stuff up. So did you guys plan on resting?
If we can get to the
Tell
star,
Mandee.
we can rest. Yeah.
Along the way, either camping or resting at River Run. I agree with Zillowin.
Yeah, I say we try to
Okay.
get to the star that's north of River Run and then rest.
So you
If the
can get
professor said that out, if the professor said he agreed with me out loud, I very visibly roll my eyes.
Zillowin visibly shits his pants because he said you agree with him. So you can get to River Run by the next morning or so. You'd have to push it through the night. You could get there by the next morning. You could push it a little bit further, and then by afternoon, midday, sometime you could get to that star.
Actually, we can sleep in those tired could probably sleep in the cart while
Mm-hmm.
Tanizan just pulls it.
Well,
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
also true.
I
Not
like this
physically pull,
idea.
sorry, I'm exhausted.
And
everybody's
And-
sleeping in the cart. I'm pulling it.
I like the way you think, Zillowin.
so Madame Tinuith actually tells you,
Another eye roll.
my friends, I think your adventures are beyond me, and I appreciate the time that I've spent with you. But if we are passing back through my home, I think it is time that I leave you.
Have a good one.
I will not leave you with nothing, but and you shall always have a friend in me.
You
But
got a friend in me.
Anyway,
but I do have a business to run. I do have people that need me. So if we are going back through River Run, I believe I will take my leave there.
You do you, boo boo.
honestly, madam, it's probably a good idea you distance yourself as far as you can from us.
But in this case, might I suggest, if they can track you with the Seeker Stones, that you all rest and that I might drive the cart. I don't trigger those stones as much as you do. I am a sorceress, I am magical, and thanks to you all, my abilities have reawakened. But I will not shine as bright as you godlings. And so if there are anti-theots in the city, at the very least, I can get you in without much trouble. I can provide you with some provisions, and you can be on your way. I know some back roads out of the town, that can get you out to the northern bridge and off into the north side of the Ironwood and
Then I say
towards the
let's do it.
bluffs.
Is there a possibility, madam, that we wouldn't all need to enter the city, maybe just one or two of us? That way, if
I
something happens, we could rescue our compatriots.
you know what? Let me make a roll real quick.
Well, I absolutely support you taking a dive, if you know what I'm saying, Zilla.
Okay. She tells you that's actually a pretty good question, according to the die here, because she tells you one of her regular clients who happens to owe her a bit of gold is a ferryman. There are tariffs and taxes for goods that pass through River Run. And so there are underground ferrymen, essentially, that will ferry you and your goods either into River Run or to the other side of the flow for a bit of change. So she says she can probably secure you guys passage on one of those vessels to get across the flow to the other side without having to actually enter River Run.
Oh,
If
And
that's
then,
something that you're looking.
well,
yes.
I was thinking, Mandee, and if anybody else wanted to, could go in with you to get the supplies and the
We
resources, and
already
that
have
way,
the
if something
supplies and the
happens,
resources we need.
Well, she
right? But
did
she was
say
saying
she
she'd
would
give us more.
provide you some additional stuff. Yeah.
I wanted to buy some armor too at some point.
But if we have them go in independently, then if something happens, we could go in and save them.
Yeah. So what you can do is a couple of you guys could go in by cart, and then they can meet you at one of these underground docks and ferry you to the other side, and that should keep the interaction with the city to a minimum if that's what you're looking for.
So who goes in? Mandee and
I'll go
I
in.
love that it's automatically Mandee, because like
She
she's
can teleport and
she's
murder.
she's horribly irresponsible, but also like very efficient.
I'll go in.
Can't hold her down.
I wanted to go into town.
Okay. Well, that's 3 of you out of 6.
I'll stay with Dandil.
And while you guys are discussing these things, you notice at some point Hagen comes over and she kind of gives some tea to Dandil. He's still out, but she gives him some tea. She, kind of forces it down his throat a little bit. And she rubs some salves and oils on him. And she looks him over and she tells you he should be fine. But whatever it was that happened to him, you would be wise to make sure it does not happen again. He experienced a great deal of trauma.
Ooh.
And whatever happened to him is keeping him in his dreams, which is she's not a doctor, so she really doesn't understand comas or anything, but whatever happened to him is keeping him in his dreams for now. Hopefully, and she does like, what do you call it when you like feel people's skulls and like fucking, I know there's like
Weird.
no, there's like,
Phrenology.
yeah, phrenology. She does like almost like phrenology. She like feels his head. Julian, you would notice that she may not quite realize what she's doing, but she's kind of feeling for like brain swelling.
Oh.
And she tells you it seems like some of the trauma has gone down, but she tells you he is currently on a journey, and one that when he awakes may have enlightened him.
Ooh.
But for now, she has done all she can to make sure that he does heal as quickly as possible.
Very good.
Thank you, madam,
Of
and
course.
my condolences for the loss of your warriors and Sebu. I
And
tried to
mine.
get him to stop.
And I understand, and they were fervent in their devotion to the letter of our ways, but not the spirit. And because of who we are as a people, it is the spirit that counts. I know that he was just trying to do what he thought was right. And Cebu can be, though very gruff, quite charming at times. And so he does, even now, even still, have a following among our people. But none can deny that it was Aramel's decisions to follow my word, to help you, that saved our people. And so, it is that reward that Steelbeard gave to Aramel, the title, the Lord of the Ironwood, that they follow now, more so than their belief in Cebu's ways. And so, while I, like you, mourn the loss of my brethren and the children of this forest, I also understand that they were trying to kill you. And they were trying to kill you. They would not have brought you back. You would not have made it back here for a trial. Your bodies would have been left in the forest for the forest to consume. So, again, while I mourn, I understand that you didn't have much of a choice.
I smile at her and I clap her on the shoulder and I say, "Well, all's well that ends well. Let's go." And I go and I walk over to the wagon.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord.
He's
Oh,
having
that's too
psychotic
funny.
break after psychotic break.
And I'm the
He
one
really
who's manic.
He really is.
says.
I look at Tanizan and I go, "Right? We're not supposed to take this seriously, right? So let's go."
Oh God, he's going so crazy every fucking like
Every time you turn
Every
around,
mile-
he's switching it up.
every milestone he's having to work through it, and I love it. And so
Um,
yeah, eventually you guys just are ready, and you can be ready to set out.
I'm gonna have
About
to call it here for tonight because it's
Right.
almost
well, hold on.
midnight.
I want to do one thing though. As we're about an hour away from the village, I want to look over at the professor and just go, "Looks like we were both wrong. Nobody cared that they died, and we weren't needed to defend the village." And I just hunker down and close my eyes.
God damn.
The
Jesus
professor
Christ.
rolls his eyes and just, I guess if I'm in the back of the van, I'm sleeping too. The van, the cart, I'm sleeping too. Except I spoon Zillowin.
Laying in a
I'm the big
Are you?
spoon.
I was
Laying
about to
in
say,
a
are you the big or the
van.
small?
down by the river run. Okay, so we will end this episode by saying that you guys get just outside of the bridge of River Run. Next episode, you can split off and we'll do River Run Part 2.
We got a rest in the back of the thing on the way to the river thing, right?
You guys get a full rest, yes.
Woohoo!
Yay!
In fact, Madame Tinueth takes the
Hey.
full night because she's going home. So
Technically, I just need a short rest and I get my spells back. I'm just saying.
that's true, and also, you um and Julian only needs to meditate for a couple of hours, so he just kind of chills back there.
Oh no, I'm a human.
No, I know but you're a warlock. But what I'm saying is, Julian just needs to chill back there and meditate for a bit. So you guys are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah.
But we'll leave it off just outside of River Run, and we'll start again with River Run Part 2 next session.
Oh,
See y'all later.
Hell yeah, thanks
good
for
night.
playing.